This stuff right here is like Flex Seal for water leaks, except for your transmission. All you gotta do is jam it in there, squeeze the bottle, put that back down, and watch your transmission problems go away. So today we're just quickly fixing our transmission with some Lucas Transfix, and this stuff, boy does it work. So this car is suffering from some shifting issues, let's call it. Nothing too outrageous necessarily, but definitely shifting quite a bit harder than I would like it to. And I know that there's many ways I could pretend to try and fix it, but I know that that puppy right there, that is gonna fix it 1,000,000%. So this was the used transmission out of my 69 Camaro, now found home inside of the 69 Beaumont. Now a couple quick steps, it's very simple. All we need to do is pull our dipstick out, remove the required amount of fluid, so whether you want to drain the plug on the transmission or put a siphon hose in there or a pump and pull it up through the tube, that is probably the easiest ways to make sure we do not overfill our transmission in this process. Or if you're like me and you put a transmission cooler and now the transmission's low about the according amount of fluid, so this is going to work out perfectly and all I have to do is dump it in. But just in case, make sure the thing is warmed up to operating temperature so you can pull the dipstick, get an accurate reading on your transmission level, and dump in the bottle of Transfix. Now I have used this stuff in a whole pile of different old cars, so whenever I have any kind of transmission issues, that is the go-to, is the Lucas Transfix. And if you're into any of this kind of content or how-tos, or you just want to talk, I'm the guy. So like, comment, and subscribe if you're into any of this old car stuff. That basically runs through my veins and keeps me sane. So just in case you haven't ever used the Transfix, I've got all kinds of stories about the times they've worked. I had an old Saturn. It basically didn't have overdrive. I pounded a bottle of Lucas Transfix in it. Boom, voila, it worked. I swear it's amazing. Transmission shops, they hate this stuff because they know that if you spend a couple dollars on that bottle, you're not going to see them. And I also have a big block powered 74 Pontiac Ventura that I've had since high school. That transmission, almost did not operate in third gear. It was so far gone, and I was ready to just pull it out, put in another used one, or rebuild it, or send it to a shop, and someone told me, just put some transmission fix. And this is about 15 years ago almost, so that's almost when this stuff came out on the market. Yeah, I know the time flew by that fast. Tell me about it. However, I tried it, and I got over 10 years out of that transmission, frequent drag strip trips, driving it all over the time. I daily drove it all the time in the summer. Then it actually wound up in this car, in this Beaumont, for a couple years. And unfortunately, I cooked it last year, towards the end of the year. I did develop a bit of a leak, and I should have addressed it. And I just thought, it's fine. It wasn't fine. So now, like I said before, transmission is out of the Camaro, stuffed in here. But we got a running and driving car again, and that's really all that matters. And I don't really promise many things, but boy, I can tell you, if you dump a bottle of that Lucas Transmission Fix into your car and it does not eliminate your hard shifting or maybe lack of getting into overdrive, some of the issues I've had over the years, you've got some pretty serious problems going on, because this is a Band-Aid that fixes just about anything. Now that we got the Lucas installed, well, I shouldn't say installed, dropped in, what a difference this thing is shifting. So much better. Let's just get out on the open road here, and then you'll see. Where before it was slamming into gear, still seems a touch hard actually going from park to drive, but that's gonna come back. I mean, I literally just did it. All right. Nice and smooth. It's actually funny, I haven't driven this car with a stock torque converter since basically ever, and Sure feels a lot different, obviously acceleration, but especially just cruising around even, it feels like it locks in a little, you know, 100 RPM or 200 RPM earlier.